Ma'am, good morning, ma'am. Sir, Vipin sir.
Yes, sir. Governor, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am has joined, sir.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Vipin sir, shall we start the session, sir? Sir, Vipin sir, shall we start, sir?
Yes, now I request Dr. S. Gobinath to introduce our resource person.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. I welcome you all for the 11th session of the online faculty development program on electric vehicles, challenges and opportunities in future India, sponsored by the AICTE Training and Learning Academy, conducted by the Department of Mechanical Engineering, RMK College of Engineering and Technology. Now, we all need mind refreshment. So, this session was planned according to that with the eminent speaker. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome and introduce the speaker, Dr. V. Sai Kumari, Professor and Head, Department of Management Studies, SRM Ishwari Engineering College, Chennai. She has over 2.5 decades of experience in teaching and counseling, during which time she has strived towards transforming the education industry through strategic thinking and operational excellence. Formerly, she has been a professor and head in Satyabama University, Director of Park Global B School, and as a Director of Operation in MTMS Private Limited. She has completed MBA in Marketing, PhD in Human Resource and Administration, postdoctorate in Women Entrepreneurship from USA. She is a certified psychometric test professional from Carleton Advancement Management Institute, USA. She is an outreach advisor to the Eureka Educational Group, UK, through which she continues to provide global exposure to our student community. She is an entrepreneurship brand ambassador for MOE Innovation Institution Council, as well as the career and higher education advisor in LinkedIn, wherein she provides advice to thousands of researchers and students. She is also a renowned academician with several achievements as a researcher and research advisor. She is a proud recipient of more than 19 awards for her excellence in teaching, research, and leadership. She has authored 7 titles of management books and 11 CBTs in management. She has also published a patent. Besides this, she is also a motivational speaker, author, blogger, mentor, YouTuber, counselor, trainer, and editor, reviewer, supervisor, orator, authorist, entrepreneurship consultant advisor, and an able administrator. With this short introduction, I will hand over the session to our speaker, Dr. V. Sai Kumari, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Ma'am, your mic is on mute, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Am I audible? Shall we proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I'll start sharing the screen and I'll start.
Yes.
Is my PPT visible?
Yes, ma'am. Visible, ma'am.
Okay. A very good morning to one and all present here. I'm so happy to be a part of this wonderful webinar session organized by RMK College. First, I would like to thank the entire management of RMK and special thanks to Dr. Bipin. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And a special note of thanks to Dr. Gopinath for helping me out in today's presentation. Thank you so much. So to the wonderful audience here, thank you so much for attending my session today. And I'm happy to meet you all during this session. The topic given to me is the new you for happy living. Yes, there was a wonderful introduction about me. So I'm Dr. Sai Kumari here. I'm here because I love meeting people and sharing knowledge. So big thanks to the entire team of the organizers for inviting me here as a guest speaker. Nothing changes until you change yourself, and then everything will change. Create the life you love. This is what we wanted to focus on today. The new you is a wonderful concept. It consists of a lot of scientific steps which will help us to really reach out towards a new you of ourselves. Okay, in the same birth, in the same body, whatever we wanted to transform, we can definitely do by certain practices for happy living entirely. So the new you is a journey of transformation, as a self-help walkthrough of various steps with activities to discover your inner self, to decode your negative thoughts and convert them into positive ones, to realize your inner potential and to achieve your goals and lead a happy, successful, peaceful, and satisfactory life. That is what all of us need, right? So instead of giving a theoretical lecture for 1 hour plus, I thought of just sharing certain tips, 10 tips in today's session. The main purpose of this is most of us from academic line and from industry, we will be knowing all these. We are familiar with most of the tips that I'm going to share today with you all. But still, what I wanted to stress and emphasize here is whether we are practicing it or not. How many points are we practicing it in a day-to-day life? Counts a lot towards our happy living. So all of us wanted to live happily. Nobody would say no for this, right? So we wanted to be happy. So happiness should come from within and it is not from the external environment. The locus of control should be from within ourselves and we can't get happiness from external environment as such. So let us see simple 10 tips in today's session. Are you ready? Yes, since we are doing it virtually, I'm cutting down most of the interactivity, which I normally do if it is a physical classroom setup or a auditorium setup. But still, let us try our level best to make it active and useful to the participants. So here we have a list of 10 tips for a new you towards a happy living, right? So first tip is wake up with a smile. How many of us are waking up with a smile in the morning? Once we wake up in the morning, we open our eyes. At that time, how many of us are happily waking up with a smile in our face? What is so big about waking up and what is so big about smiling and waking up? As most of the questions that arises in most of your minds. Yes, it is the greatest gift. Why? Because statistics shows us that several thousands of people are not continuing their life journey and they end up their life during their sleep itself. And when we wake up, we have to acknowledge that and we should really be happy. Thank God, thank the universe for giving us an extension. Yes, it's dawn and I'm waking up from my sleep and I'm living still. That itself is the greatest gift which we are getting, which most of us didn't get, and their journey ends there itself. So keep in mind that once you wake up in the morning, tell yourself that yes, you are there. Smile yourself and be happy from within. That is very important. And the second tip is, if I ask you, what do you do in the morning? Most of us would say that I just open my eyes and then take my cell phone and see what has happened in WhatsApp, what messages have come in, like that. That is what we have started practicing in most of our routine day. But still, don't move on to that. You just calm down yourself, wake up happily, thank God first, and then focus on what you wanted to do on that day, because your brain will start focusing towards the list that you wanted to do at the moment that you wake up. So the most important day's activity can be listed out there, and then you can start your routine. Okay, can you do this? Yes, fine. Let's move on to the next mirror exercise. This is a wonderful concept which we do for training most of the CEOs from industry. And if you go in for a survey and check out, many of the CEOs in the leading organizations do practice all these mirror exercises. And I wanted to share this with my teaching community today. And we should also support ourselves to lead a better living life, right? So a mirror exercise, what does it mean? It sounds something different, right? So mirror exercise is a simple exercise. Okay, it consumes only few minutes a day. That's all, right? So what do? You look at the mirror, you and the mirror. That's it. Nobody else in between, right? If I'm not clear, you can stop me in between and I can tell you again. I don't mind doing it. Okay. So the mirror exercise is you stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself tell yourself like, I look so beautiful. I look so wonderful. I love myself. How many of you love yourself? You love your husband, you love your wife, you love your parents, you love your kids, you love everything in life, but are you loving your own self? That's a big question mark. Yes, obviously, I like myself, but have you expressed it? Do express it in front of a mirror. Say that I love you. I love you so very much. This will definitely generate a lot of hormones, and from your brain, you will get a lot of commands, and it will make you happy every day. And it will give you a lot of inner self-confidence. It will try to overcome a lot of negatives from within you. Because I have seen people affected by cancer, for example, some of their body parts are cut off because of the cancer. To survive, the survivors face a very difficult trauma, because they can't accept themselves as what they are now, because some of their body parts are cut off, but still they have to live happily. So what we suggest normally is start accepting you as what you are. Many of us say that, okay, my skin color is not up to the level that I have, so I'm not fair enough, I'm darker. That is one difficulty. I don't have a straight hair, I have a curly hair. I don't have a sharp nose, I have a very small nose. All these comparisons, these are all comparative studies. It is not something compulsory to have only this set of features. It is all from within us. God has given us these features. Our parents have given us this. It is gene based, hereditary based. So accept you as what you are. Start loving yourself, right? And then, how do I love myself? The answer is, first you look at the mirror and enjoy yourself, appreciate yourself, And then accept whatever drawbacks that you have. And with all these drawbacks, I love myself should be your end conclusion. And along with that, you gift yourself. Don't expect somebody to come in and appreciate yourself and gift yourself. Instead, pull your hands up, pull it back, pat on yourself, clap for yourself for what you have done, right? So that counts a lot. Appreciate yourself. If you have done something, see, this month you have reached your target, your API score has increased a lot, then gift yourself. Don't expect somebody to, don't expect your boss to come and appreciate you. Don't expect your team members to appreciate you. Don't expect your students to come in and appreciate you, or don't expect your spouse to come in and appreciate you. Instead, you are there for yourself. So you appreciate yourself. You buy a gift it to yourself. You wanted to buy a sari, you wanted to buy a t-shirt. Yes, gift it to yourself and appreciate. Yes, wonderful sari, you have done it. Great job done. Right. So these are the tips that makes you happy at a longer run, even in spite of lot of difficulties from the work and from the personal life. Because all of us who are working need to balance the work life and our personal life, right? So balancing is very difficult. It consumes, sucks off all our energy. So to rekindle up ourselves, all these small 1-minute exercises makes a big difference in our routine life. Okay, it is all proved. It is not my decision. It is done by a lot of scientists and it is being practiced by many. So I suggest these to you all, right? Is this clear for you all? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Thank you so much for that. Yes. Let's move on to the next one there. So under mirror exercise, you have to, number one, you have to look at the mirror, enjoy yourself, say from within that I love you. If you are worried about things in common, lock your door and then be within your room, look at the mirror without any hesitation or shyness. You say that louder, that counts a lot. And start saying that I love you, I love myself, I love you so much, and then appreciate yourself. If you have done something, pat on yourself. Don't expect somebody to come in and pat on, right? And the next one is gift yourself. Whatever you wanted to gift, whatever you like, you wanted to eat ice cream, eat and say that I'm enjoying it, I'm partying it for my own self, right? Because of happiness from it, not from somebody else who surrounds you. Don't expect that from others. Give it to yourself by your own self, right? The next point would be prayers. It's proved that prayers makes wonders. And there is another concept also. I hope most of you might have heard about it. Law of attraction. So people who have a spiritual life thinking, believe in God, different forms of gods are there. In India, we give value to all the religion, customs, everything. But still, I'm talking about ourselves, how we need to bring in happiness from within. Okay, so if you believe in prayers, it works. If you don't believe also, it works. It is something wonderful. If you believe in a God, your favorite God, you talk to him, talk to her, ask for what all you want. If you don't believe in such things, still pray to the universe. The universe has wonderful, abundant energy. It is ready to give you what all you ask for it. Okay, so don't be hesitant to ask. Ask first. When you start asking it, prayers do wonders. Even if you are not worried about the external superpower, there is another internal power, brain. Brain, all of us are given same level quantity of brain. The most successful person uses it maximum, but the unsuccessful people are using it very, very, very little. So let us start trying to use it better, for which we should start focusing on prayers. There are a variety of spiritual rituals. I'm not getting into all those. I'm just saying that normally, if it is a kiddish prayer, what do we say? We list out 1, 2, 3, 4, God, give me this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you do it. Nothing wrong in it. You wanted to become a CEO, you wanted to become head of the department, you wanted to become a principal, you wanted to be the best wife, you wanted to be the best mom in the world. Whatever it is, ask for it. List it out. Repeat it again and again. When you repeat it during prayers, you are reinforcing your brain to focus on that and to get it done. So automatically from within, your brain will start working on it in a subconscious level, and it will start giving you commands to reach the target effectively. Okay, so you should list out and you should ask for what you want in life, right? So here I had a movie clip here. I don't know how many of you are good in Tamil and have seen the movie, a Tamil movie by name Billa, Billa 2. Ajit was the hero, and there was a. But since I couldn't play that video here, I'm just narrating it. For those who have seen the movie, you can map it now. When I say there will be a first scene with the which was taken in Malaysia, in a Lord Muruga's temple, and there the hero will start asking for what all he wants. He wanted 4 people under him. Under each 4, there should be 40. There should be a big life. He should have everything in abundance. Like that, he was praying, which at that time of prayer would sound that it cannot be reached at all. He will be a very lay person who cannot even think of such a huge lift in life. But he prayed that to Lord Muruga. By after a few scenes, by end of it, you will see that and then they will narrate that yes, you asked Lord Muruga during a particular spiritual day, so that has been granted. Yes, that has been granted, but he will say that it is very difficult for me. I'm running around, patching up with this, coping up with this is really difficult for me. So here, why I wanted to show this is, or talk about this is, when you ask, first thing is you can ask. Universe is ready to give you in abundance. So it is like an ocean. Okay, what you ask is just a mug of it. Why do you want a mug? You ask for a bucket full of, or a big huge barrel full of. Okay, so ask. Nothing stops you. Don't limit yourself. Okay, I'm just so and so, so I can ask for only these. Nobody stops you. You can ask, aim at anything, and your brain and your inner self has the enormous potential to make you reach that whatever you are asking for, right? And the next one is be ready to accept when it comes. After praying, when God is gifting you, or when the universe is granting you whatever you have asked for, be ready to accept it. If you are not ready to accept it, then it is very difficult. For example, you are asking for that I wanted to be the CEO, I wanted to be the director of the institution. Yes, done. Okay, granted. Okay, and on that day, you should be ready to play the role of a CEO or a director or a HOD or a principal. And that day, if you are finding it difficult, mentally you're not prepared, skill-wise you're not upskilling yourself, then it is very difficult for you to retain that. Even if you're getting it, retaining it is very difficult. To grow up the ladder also becomes difficult. So ask for something bigger, and when you get it, be prepared to take it, right? Shall we move to the next point? So all of us should start praying. In the prayer, list out what you wanted to and think big, not at a lower level. Let you have a better vision and ask for something big in your life. Definitely it will happen. Believe that you will be able to reach that position. Believe that you will be able to achieve things. That belief will make wonders, right? So the next one is see yourself from outside. Most of us, why we are not happy? If you probe over it and think about it, you will be able to identify that you are looking at a particular situation or looking at a particular problem from your own angle. Instead, if you put yourself in other shoes or look at yourself from the outside, okay, I should not look at as a Sai Kumari into an issue. Yes, as a Sai Kumari, I can find out ABCD fault. Those are the difficulties that I'm facing. Yes, I get out of my body and look at from another perspective, from my opponent's perspective, from my subordinate's perspective, from my superior's perspective. If I look at it in that way, I will be able to understand better. I will be able to understand my own self. I will be able to understand my requirements, my pros and cons. So if you wanted to look, I would suggest that all of us at least few minutes a day should start looking at ourselves from outside. This will definitely help us to be happy. This will help us to understand problems. This will help us to understand or overcome the difficulties or issues that we are facing in a routine life. Okay, so that is very, very important. Look at yourself from outside. Yes, today I'm having an issue with my boss, right? As a subordinate, this is my point or a view. From his point of view, what all he may think. This is possible only if you have better maturity, only if you are broad-minded, and only if you are ready. It's possible, right? It will help you to understand yourself better and to focus on issues and resolving issues in a better way. Ultimately, this will help you to be happy. If you reduce the problems, if you avoid problems, if you overcome problems, ultimately you will become happy. So that helps you for happy living. Here again, I wanted to tell you one more thing. Do a SWOT analysis of your own self. When you get some time for yourself, sit down and list out SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, as most of us are aware of it, it is nothing but strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat analysis. So if we can understand ourselves better, we will be able to manage ourselves better so that we will be able to live happily than others in a better way. Fine? Shall we move on to the next steps? Yes? All are awake?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So the next step would be let it go. Let go of all your worries. Enjoy what you have within yourself. Gift yourself is what we have done already, and do a self-motivation. These are the points that you need to focus on. Let it go. Let it go. A lot of albums have been released in that. Most of us will be familiar about it. Many of us face lot of sorrows or hard feelings. Why? Because be it a professional life or a personal life, we wanted to hold things to ourselves. This is mine, that is mine, he is mine, she is mine, mine. Being so possessive, holding on to things to yourself, that creates a lot of problem physically and psychologically. So I would suggest that let it go. Whatever is yours will stay with you even if you don't want it. Whatever is not yours will not be with you even if you wanted to hold it tight, lock it, keep it. No, it will go. So it is not worth spending time on things which is not yours, right? So don't try to hold things, be it a relationship, be it a human being, be it a thing or a wealth or property, whatever it is, even a job for that matter. Don't be worried about losing jobs. Equip yourselves to get jobs, new jobs. Try to grow in your career. Equip yourself, focus on yourself, and groom yourself better. If this job goes off, I will get 10 other jobs. That should be your level of thinking. You should not be worried, oh my God, what to do? My boss will dish me, my HOD may write a negative feedback in a price. Don't worry about all those things. Instead, focus on positivity. Be positive always. Think positive. That brings you a lot of positives and you can be happy. So the ultimate thing is let go of things which worries you a lot. Don't worry about losing a person. Don't worry about losing a job. Don't worry about losing any wealth. If it is yours, keep in mind, if it isn't mine, it will be there with me. It will not go off even if I let it go. Okay, and most importantly, you have to let go of all your worries. Most of us keep on worrying. Oh, what to do? If I get this, what to do? If I get corona, what happens? If I get cancer, what happens? If I get a transfer to some other place, what happens? If I wanted to shift, what happens? All these if, what happens? When it happens, let us face it. Why to worry about something which may happen in future? It may not happen also, right? So avoid all those negative thinking. Don't think too much. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Let us enjoy the day given to us, gifted to us by God. So these sort of focus in cutting down the external things will help us to focus on today's life and rejoice or enjoy whatever we have today. Okay, is this clear? Shall we move on to the next? Yes. Next is the most important exercise that all of you should do, definitely, right? It's an exercise of gratitude. It was there in our Indian context in ancient times. But now of late, when we start practicing Western things, we started losing many. And that too, specifically in the current generation, we can't even expect this many. But let us groom ourselves better. Gratitude, it is imperative that you show gratitude for what you have in order to be able to receive more. If you wanted to get more, you should show more of gratitude. When I say show gratitude, then the question comes in your mind, how to do it? What is the exercise that you have for us? Yes, there are some exercises to practice gratitude. Are you ready to hear that? Yes, the gratitude can be shown towards the money that we are getting, towards the people who help us out, towards the nature for giving us such a wonderful, conducive environment to live in on this earth. You can thank the earth, you can thank the sky, you can thank the space, air, all the five elements that we have, because we are finding it difficult nowadays, right? Air is polluted. We need to wear mask and go to prevent ourselves from all the external threats, right? You can thank God. You can thank people, whoever comes across to you. Okay. If I give you normally when it is a direct mode, I used to ask people to write letter, gratitude letter. Like if they didn't thank, if you maybe many might have helped you out, but you didn't thank them directly on that day at that time. But take this opportunity to thank them and write a letter to them. Okay. But now I think you can make a note of this and start practicing it literally in your day-to-day life. You can start thanking people. It comes back to you. Law of attraction of universe says that whatever good that you give out, whatever bad that you give out, comes to you in abundance in return. Karma is boomerang. It comes to you. A lot of saying and quotes you might have read, right? So here again, gratitude is such a wonderful exercise that you need to practice. So what all you can show? How can you practice gratitude? Yes. Number one, you can start thanking people, whomever is helping you on a day-to-day life. For example, when you come into the college or your institution workplace, you have a security, he opens the door, closes it, thank you, nothing wrong in it. It doesn't mean that you need to thank only the people who are higher to you. Even people of same level, same cadre, or people lesser than yours can be thanked in a better way. Okay, so thank them. And when you get into a lift, thank the lift boy. Thank the peon who gives you a coffee or a tea in your office. Thank your student for positive feedback. Thank your parents. Thank your family people. Many of us think that why to thank my wife? Why to thank my husband? They are all my family members. We are close. One soul in two bodies. Fine, but still start thanking them, because we focus on the external people there and we leave out people who are really loving us, who are really loving us, and we don't say that. How many of you have thanked your mother for giving a wonderful cup of coffee or tea? Thank you, Ma. The coffee is so nice. Wonderful. I love it. 99% of us would not have told, right? So if you're not doing it, do it from today. When you go back home, say a thank you for the wife or your mother who gives a coffee or a tea. Thanks towards a wonderful dinner that they are preparing. That will motivate them a lot to run an additional mile, definitely. Okay, these are all lot of, in a way or the other, somebody will again come in and thank you. You will get happiness. Okay, another practice is start appreciating people. If you see something good in a person, appreciate that person. Come out and say wonderful, great job done, good. Clap, appreciate, pat on. Okay, and in a similar way, you have to take at least 5 people you have to appreciate. Okay, you can say your content is so nice, your delivery was so nice, or you can say that your dress is so nice, you look so beautiful, handsome. Some way or the other, you can appreciate a person's talent. Okay, it need not always be a fake thing. You may even start with a fake appreciation, but still ultimately you will start enjoying that. And if you start appreciating at least 5% in a day, obviously that will spread as a rapid fire, and in a day or the other you will get such appreciations. And in a day in which your mood is off, you're not so happy, when somebody 2 or 3 comes in and appreciates you, you will start shifting from that sorrowful mood to a happy mood. Okay, so keep that as a single practice. Next is people who wants more money. I want to save more, earn more a lot. I have a tip for it. Okay, what is it? It's a secret. I'm going to tell you now. Again, it is under the principle of law of attraction. You can attract money in abundance. Okay, so what you need to do? Ready to listen? I couldn't see you all, just I'm looking at a computer, but assuming that you all hearing, I'm just saying, you take a 10 rupees note. Okay, and then in that, normally they say ask you to write, but I don't say that as practice. You just have a gem clip, attach a bit of paper on it, and in that paper, write, thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 times, thank you, thank you, thank you. Close a 10 rupee note with the bit of paper, with the thanks note, with a gem clip on it, so you're not harming that 10 rupees note. Okay, and keep it in your purse or in a locker, and start observing how much you will be able to get, accumulate wealth. This is a magic, but magic do happens, miracles do happen, right? Provided you believe. So what is it that you're going to do? If you wanted, those who wanted more money, money gives me happiness. Yes, ask for it. You will get it in abundance. Okay. So take a sheet of paper, take a 10 rupee note, take a sheet of paper, write thank you, thank you, thank you. Fill it with a gem clip, close it, and keep it in your wallet or a handbag or in your locker, wherever it is. This will start attracting from the universe the positive energy, and automatically it will pave ways for you to start earning more, saving more, accumulating your wealth. Is that clear for you all? Yes? Next is appreciating people, saying thanks to people who do a small bit of help to you. Okay, so that was the second practice. Excuse me. And then thanking God. What to thank? Thank God for giving us this life. Thank God for giving such a wonderful family. Thank God for giving such a wonderful, conducive environment. Thank God for everything that He has gifted you till date. So there is one more exercise that most of you can do. Go home, sit in a calm place, and list out things that God has gifted you. Read it twice, enjoy it, have it in your diary, add on whenever you get additional gifts from God. And when you keep reading it, that will give a better command to your brain stating that, yes, I have been gifted a lot in my life. Avoid all the negatives, avoid all the drawbacks. Just look at the positive things in your life alone. That will definitely help you to make you be happy. Okay, so these are the things that I wanted to discuss under gratitude. So gratitude is a wonderful exercise. Start practicing it. Start thanking God, thanking the nature, thank the people whom you come across, and also for getting more money. I have given you a step for doing it. Okay, done. Let's move on to the next step. Can you see my screen moving?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
Fine, thank you. So journaling. Journaling and unexamined life is not worth living. So journaling is very, very important. Why? Why? Because if we are not listing out things what is happening in our life, we will not be able to understand where we stand, and we will not be able to reach a place where we wanted to go. Okay, so that's why most of you will be having a habit of writing diary, right? In that, I would specifically say that if we are working, all of us will have a monthly target, weekly target, semester plan will be there, semester wise target. For API, individually, we have to do a list of things. Okay, being an academician is not an easy joke nowadays. It is very, very tough, I would say. Okay, my parents normally think being a professor, so dignified, wonderful, easy, go in, take class, come back, sit home, enjoy life. That's why they allowed me to be an academician. Okay, but now we all know, being an academician, we all know how much an academic job requires from us. We have to handle the class effectively. We have to go on time, complete the class on time. We have to do a lesson plan, stick on to it, test papers, evaluation, and then additional training. And apart from it, to get a better score in our API, we have to get awards, we have to write books, we have to publish in Scopus journals, indexed journals, and then it has to be cited, it has to be indexed. And then we have to do a lot of CSR activities. We have to go and get funded projects, execute funded projects with all the limitations, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on. So it is not just taking class, sitting home, not at all. We have a lot of targets to achieve. Yes, we all can achieve an highest API score, provided we list out the things, prioritize it in a better way, and focus on it. Keep that in a, reinforce it daily, check that ticket, carry it forward to the next, and then tick on that, complete it. When you complete it, appreciate why, wow, wonderful, done it, made it, pat on yourself, all these. So journaling is very important. And specifically, when we become a middle-aged person, automatically wear and tear, all tinkering, welding is required for our body. So we come across a lot of health issues as well. We have to list it out at which month we got what trouble, what problem, headache, how many days, fever, how many days. So when we recall it before going to meet or consult a doctor, we should be clear on what we are undergoing, and only then we will be able to explain it to a doctor. Correct? So even meeting a doctor, we do it very hurriedly after college, after looking at the work, our family things. Then we have to go and meet the doctor. On the way, it is difficult to manage the traffic. So all these things, when we meet the doctor, we may miss out some points also. So that time again, if you have a journaling practice of listing out what all difficulties that you are undergoing, this will help you to recall and you can minute it and then take it to the doctor and say, just 2 minutes, doctor, let me list out 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, done. All my queries are over. So you come back with a good consultation. Worth for your money. Correct? So journaling is very important, and let us start practicing it. I don't want you to say that I woke up in the morning this time, I saw this person, all line by line. That is not required at all. The important points relating to your personal life, important points relating to your own self, your health, the achievements that you have done, the drawbacks that you have faced, all these can be listed out. And then work related. In points is sufficient enough for this. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? So the next step would be manage your time. Spend time for yourself. That is very, very important in life. We give time for our kids, for our spouse, for our family, for our in-laws, for our friends, for our institution where we work. Everything consumes our time. But are we giving time for ourselves? If I ask this question to you, how many of you will say, yes, I give time to myself? How many would say yes? Most of us are not focusing on giving time to yourself. When I was giving lectures, I have seen ladies asking me, time to yourself, what do you mean by it exactly? I'm spending time for my kid. That is also for me only. I'm spending time with my husband. That is also for me only. No, I didn't mean all those. Those are the time for your family, right? Are you giving time to yourself? Is in a day, are you spending time for your own self-development, for yourself of enjoying life? Are you doing things which you like? Are you focusing on your body, your welding, tinkering? Are you focusing on your mental health, your physical health? Are you focusing on your happiness? All these counts. So spend at least 10 minutes a day for yourself. Whatever you like, whatever gives you happiness, do during that time. Don't share it with anybody else. Share it for your happiness, right? So from today, all of you are going to spend at least 10 minutes a day. If you like to listen to music, listen. If you wanted to dance, dance. If you wanted to meditate, meditate. Whatever you enjoy doing, which gives you happiness, do it at least for 10 minutes a day out of 24 hours a day. Okay? Is it clear? Next point is and for your job. Normally what happens is people who quarrel at home comes in with the same tension in mind and will not be able to concentrate on the job. Similarly, we carry over job or work tension to our home as well. Avoid that. Put a full stop to it. When you're spending time with your family, focus on it. That's what many doctors prescribe even nowadays for all the youngsters there, young couples there. They say that we both of us are working. When we go for counseling and all, we tell that we don't spend much time as our parents were spending with us. No, yes, that is the routine. That style has changed a lot. There is a shift in the lifestyle. But still, if you can give quality time to your family, that counts a lot. It is worthier than anything else. So please do focus. Once again, my battery is low. Just give me a second. Yes, thank you. Fine. So try to focus on giving quality time to your family. That's what we normally advise the young couples when they say that I couldn't spend much time with my kid. We doctors say that you need not spend much time with your kid or a family. Spend quality time. What does that mean? Spending quality time. I am not clear with that. What does it mean? Yes. Quality time is normally when we talk, when we discuss, look at the individual and talk to them. Don't look at your cell phone, keep on sending messages or just viewing the Facebook page, WhatsApp, all those messages, and then say, yeah, you tell me. Then I keep on looking at something else. That is not spending quality time. When you are talking with your husband or your wife, look at them, have a smile in your face, appreciate them, and then spend time fully for them. If you wanted to look at your phone or attend to a call, go out, attend that, complete it, come back. Don't have 15 this, 15 that. Okay. So even when you're spending time with your kids, you have to focus on them, appreciate them during the little time that you're spending with them. Don't keep on identifying negatives and what is it? Talking all negative statement itself gives you a lot of negativity. So even if you wanted to do or get something done, frame the sentence in a positive way. Things will automatically follow what you want, right? Instead of saying that your kid is not studying properly, why you are not studying properly? Instead of blaming that kid in that way, say that start studying wonderfully well. You have the potential to reach 100%. Start working out. From today, you do it. You will be able to reach it. I'm there for you. I'm there to do things, get things done for you. You put in your effort, rest I will take care of. Like that, give out some positive, affirmative statements wherever you are. Even if your husband is finding something difficult, say, don't worry, your business will develop a lot. We are there for you. We will take care of this. You focus on it. Like that, something in a positively framed sentence will give you a lot of positivity in your life, lot of happiness in your life, and it is proved even. Likewise, even when you're praying, don't pray that I should not get corona, I should not get this disease, that disease. That is all negative framing of sentence. Instead, say that I should be healthy, I should live for 100 years, my family should be happy, I should earn more, I should earn in crores or millions. Like that, you start framing your sentences, whether it is a written communication or a oral communication. Try to frame it in a positive way. Check out how many places that we are using negative things. Without our conscious thinking, we are tuned towards using negative words, even though we focus on positive things. So start unlearning those things, relearn in such a way that you frame sentences in a positive way. You avoid negative sentences. Even if you wanted to address somebody and wanted to ask them to change, tell it in a positive way. Things will work out better and happiness comes to you at a longer run, right? So about managing time, I just wanted to tell you all, since we all are working, we need to set smart goals. What does it mean? Smart goals. Yes, all of you will be aware of what it is. SMART is setting up a SMART goal. Yes stands for specific. It should be specific. It should not be too very big, broad. In this life, I should be this. Too broad. Be specific. Within a particular period of time, you wanted this. So the goal that you are setting should be SMART in such a way that yes, it is specific, and M, it should be measurable, quantifiable. Okay, and then A, achievable, R, reliable, T is the time frame within which you wanted to get it done. Okay, so let us all start setting goals for this month. I wanted to go to this level. After 3 months, after 6 months, after 1 year, after 5 years. So all the big management gurus, what they do, what they write in their books or in their training session, they ask us to look at the end in our life and then plan from there to this particular day in a reverse order. Keep the end in mind and set your goals. You will be able to achieve it in a better way. And your goal should be SMART. Without goals, if you're working harder, nothing will be there to achieve. You will not be able to achieve anything in life. So it is better always set goals. Okay. And keep in mind, I have big goals. I have set big goals. And you have asked me to ask for a big universe will give you in abundance. All this I have given during my session. So you should ask me like, how do I get it? How can I achieve it? Is it humanly possible? Yes, it is possible. It is humanly possible to achieve anything as well as everything in your life if you aim at, if you ask for it. How? Simply, you have to prioritize certain things. When we talk about prioritizing or managing time, what you need to focus on is you have a big list of things to do, right? I understand. But what you need to do is you have to focus on your major and time of the day on the things which you have to do by your own self. Nobody else can do that. You should do it. That is your most important work. Group it together, all those activities, and keep it aside and focus on from today, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. I'm going to complete this. To-do list. Okay, give a to-do list. And there are remaining 5 or 4 items list to do. Okay, but that doesn't require myself. Even my subordinate can do. Even an assistant professor can do. Even a associate professor can do. As a HOD, I need not do all those. So what do? I outsource it to somebody else and let them do it. Okay, I allocate that work to a person and ask them to do it. And those who are from industry, who are participating in the session, definitely, even in yours, prioritize your activities so that you will be able to do it. Give it to your assistant, give it to your team member. Okay, allot it and see to it whether they are completing it properly or not. If they can't do it, guide them in a proper way. Tell them what is to be done, what not to be done. Guide them and ask them to complete it. So as an individual, you can do only a limited thing, which you alone should do, you should focus on, which can be done through others. That is management, right? Getting things done through others. So you should be a good, able manager to become a great administrator, right? So you allot that to somebody to start doing that. As a faculty academician, you can assign some tasks to your students as well. If you are planning for an event, you can ask student volunteers to practice. You are guiding them, mentoring them, and you are giving an opportunity for them to do it hands-on, get the hands-on experience also. So in a day's time, all of us are gifted with 24 hours a day, 24/7. So all 165, 365 days a year like that. Within this time limit given to us, what best we can do, we have to do it so that we reach our goals better. Ultimately, we will lead a happy living, right? So prioritizing things, setting smart goals are all very important. And when you are focusing on your family or your job, differentiate it. Once you are at home, give your full time to your family members and to your own self. When you come to job, focus on the job fully, complete all the assigned tasks before the end of the job time. And then once you go off, don't carry forward all the negatives from the job work pressure. Leave the work pressure, leave all the quarrels or ill feelings that you are having at the workplace itself. Give a stop command to it and have a healthy, happy mind. Go home with a smiling face. Start looking at people, start solving problems there. Complete your task at home, right? And once you come back from there, when you are when you are at home, don't think about your office, your work pressures. When you are at job, don't think about yesterday night's quarrel, yesterday's relatives quarrel, neighbors quarrel. Don't worry about all those. Just say stop command there, enter here as a different personality, focus on your job. You will be able to excel in your job well. At the same time, when you're fully focusing on your family, you can bring your kid to a very good level. You can focus on your family members' unity. You can increase your wealth, happiness, everything in a better way. So only if you focus, differentiate these two separately and start focusing on it, you will be able to reach higher level. You can excel, climb up the ladder in your job, and also have a happy family as such. Okay. I hope these points are clear. Let's move on to the next point. Find your passion. So whatever you're passionate on, you have to start focusing on it, right? Focus on your passionate area. And just many of us might have even lost thinking about what our passion is. If I ask you a question, what is your passion, or what are you passionate about? Many of us may be very much hesitant because we are more indulged, we are workaholic nowadays. But still, think about all small things which you had as a passion earlier, right from your birth till date, what all you thought of. Painting, art forms, dancing, singing, sports, indoor sports, outdoor sports, games, all those, or your friends, groups, anything that that gave you happiness. Just cherish all those and give some time for you. I have seen women who have reached the highest level, like a vice president of a company and all those. When we train them, they will say, yes, Kumari, I have lost that particular me part of it was gone. I'm more workaholic. I focus on it. I reach out to several crore as a business, but then I didn't give time towards that. Okay, that's why a lot of art forms have come in now. Have you heard of Zentangle? Just having a drawing without any proper diagrammatic things. They ask you to just scribble with a pen and a paper. You need not erase it. You need not redraw it. Whatever freehand drawing comes in, you start drawing and start coloring. That gives you a relief from your mental stress, because stress gives us lot of physical ailments, psychological issues arise to most of us. Why? Because we all are fully stressed and we are not focusing on our happiness. So if you are off from your stress and if you can focus on your happiness, you will be off from most of the health issues and most of the psychological issues. So what can I do? I'm not asking you to leave your job. I'm not asking you to set less goals. No, aim high, think high, Dream high, big, big, big. You will be able to do it, but do things with passion. Even if you like your job, do it with passion. I enjoy doing my job. So doing that itself is a passion. I don't want something else as a dance or a singing or nothing I require. If I achieve something in my job, that itself is a gives me happiness. If you are of that sort, fine, that's wonderful. But for somebody, all the popular singers are there, their profession itself is singing, they enjoy singing, so both have clubbed together. Some like reading a lot and explaining it to others. So if you're an academician, enjoying reading and enjoying delivering it to others, then that is your pastime. Wonderful, right? So try to relax. Don't take it things very stressful. When you get stressed up, your nerves are affected, your entire body system is affected, your hormones are not functioning properly, and at a longer run, you lose your mental stability as well, and people start aging a lot faster when compared to the older generation, earlier generations. So try to de-stress yourself. How can you de-stress? Start using all these. If you are good in painting, draw something, paint, enjoy that painting. That 10 minutes, half an hour of that will give you a lot of stress relief. Or you like to listen to song. Some of us may even like to dance. Maybe we are not so professional dancers, we are not dancing on a stage, but still, even in your bedroom, lock the door, dance, jump. Nobody is going to correct your steps. Don't worry about your dress. Don't worry about what others say. That counts a lot, right? Skip all those things. I'm not worried. I'm not doing anything. What is it wrong? I'm not harming anybody. I'm trying to keep myself happy, so I'm doing it. That's a great stress buster. Many say that when listening to fast beat music, they get that energy filled up, and when they jump, dance, they get energy. So find out what is your passion, what gives you happiness, what gives you relief from stress. Find that first, and if you find it, try to give a solution. Don't just ignore it. Try to give a solution to it. Okay, so find your passion, identify it, start giving time for your passion, and by doing that, in turn, you're getting happiness, you're getting off from stress, so that you will be able to perform better in your work and at family, home also, right? So that's about giving, finding a passion and giving value towards your passion, right? The 10th point is nothing but stand up for yourself. What is this? Stand up for yourself. Yes, you need to stand up for yourself, and that can not be done by anybody else. Nobody can do it. You alone should do it for your own self, for your own happiness, for your own healthy life. So when we address a gathering, we normally say this: stand up to yourself. Most of us don't do it. We are ready to stand up for our kids, for our family, for our team in office, in office. But we are not ready to stand up for ourselves. What does it mean? You have to give a high level of weightage to your own self. If you find something is going to harm you, you have to immediately say no towards it, stop it from entering into you, and say a big no for it, because it is going to harm you. It can be a physical harm, psychological harm, anything for that matter. Say no. Most of the Indian women or even men hesitate to say no. No should always be a no. It should not turn out to be an S after some compulsion. If somebody is compelling to do you something which may harm your health, which may harm your career, which may harm your personal life, say no immediately at whatever age you are. Don't worry. You are young, middle, or old. Don't worry about all those. Learning is important, and practicing it is all the more important. So if it is going to harm you in some way or the other, and if your inner self alerts you on that, say a big no towards it. After saying that, boldly, loudly, firmly, then definitely you have to stick on to that no. Many of us, what we do, immediately we say, no, 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 I'll not do it. But later, slowly, when they keep on asking us again and again and again and again, we gradually tend to incline towards saying yes. No other go. I have to do it. Start doing it. Please don't do it. If you have found that it is not worthy for you, don't do it at any cost. How much ever pressure comes in, once they will see, and if they find out that you are very strong personality, once you say no, you will not do it, definitely they will not again compel you to do it. Be it your boss in your workplace or your family members, even your kids. First, you're saying that no, you should not do it. Later, if you allow your kid to do it, then the kid's brain will understand that logic and will say, I think my mom will say no first. If I ask 10 times, she will say yes to it. Okay, they will start misusing us for it. They will take us for granted. So that should not be there. We have to give weightage to ourselves to lead a healthy, happy life. So you identify which is not good for yours physically or mentally, whatever is not good, and then say a big no to it firmly, loudly, and stick on to it adamantly. Okay. The next one, what I wanted to say is, yes, you have to practice this both at job as well as at home. Surround yourself with positive people. When we train entrepreneurs, we say that surround yourself with people, like-minded people with like-minded ambitions. When we address people at a common happiness session, we say that surround yourself with positive people. That is very, very, very important in our life. Because why? Why? Because people who surround us influence us a lot. They may give a positive impact or give a negative impact in our routine life. So, if you wanted to lead a healthy, happy, joyful living, keep surrounding yourself only with people who are really positive. Try to avoid all artificial ones. It is not mandatory for us to have 100 people, 1,000 followers, 10,000 likes. Nothing is required. Even if they are quantifiable and if they are lesser in number, don't worry about it. You need to have only positive people around you who can appreciate you, who can encourage you, if not, who is not going to harm you in any way, verbally or physically, right? So if you're surrounding yourself with positive people, what happens? The day becomes wonderful. You can enjoy life, enjoy each moment of your day happily. So you need to find out positive people and surround yourself with positivity. Now there should be a question in your mind asking, okay, I'm trying to surround myself with positive people. You have said, Sai Kumari. So what happens? I have some family members who are really not positive. Even though they are good to me, they keep on saying blah 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 negatives. Okay, you are not worthy for this. You never do this. You are always like that, blaming, blaming, blaming. But their role is like you can't avoid them. You have to live with them. If that is the case, yes, most of us are having such scenario. We can't escape, we can't avoid. But what can you do to be happy? Is there any solution for it? Yes, definitely we can be happy, provided we didn't allow those words to enter into our brain or our heart. It should come here and go off that way itself. Words reach your ear and just you are going to skip it off and you're not going to let it enter into your mind or your heart. Only if it enters in, it creates a negative vibe. If you are just saying skip command to it, give a skip command to it, definitely it will not create any negatives. Don't share too much to them. Understand them. They are going to say this, why should I share? I can share it with somebody else who appreciates me, who motivates me better, rather than telling to a person who is going to blame you or pull your legs down. Identify who is surrounded, their do's and don'ts or positives and negatives, and then try to mingle with them. This will help you to avoid a lot of problems in life, help you to avoid a lot of negatives, and will help you to reach a happy living. Right? So these are my 10 points. And apart from it, I normally say that to all of us who have a lot of good, smart goals in life, we have to update and upgrade ourselves. Okay, so even the single phone that we had has transformed itself into a smartphone now. Okay, earlier phones, all of you might be knowing it. It is like a brick, big, thick, big brick, like without much of the features. Now you can see sleek, slim, size zero mobile phones here. They are all smart and it has transformed. Okay, likewise, we as human beings should also always focus on updating ourselves. Yes, updating is social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all these have come, technological improvements have come. We have to keep ourselves with updated news in technology or whatever field it is. As an academician, only then we'll be able to share it with our students. So keep in mind that all of us should update ourselves and upgrade ourselves. We should not be the same old Sai Kumari or same old XYZ. Instead, we should upgrade ourselves each year, year after year. When you compare it to your previous year, you should have grown better psychologically, physically, mentally, in your workplace, in your home, wherever you are in this earth, your role should be upgraded to the next one. You should show some improvement. You should feel and enjoy the growth that you are transforming to. You should, by end of this life, you should transform yourself into a wonderful uh, human being, right? So I request all of you to focus on updating yourself and upgrading yourself. Fine. With a note here, I would like to end. Believe that you will lead a happy life. Believe that you will enjoy this life. Believe that you have lot of loved ones in your home as well as in your workplace. Everybody is treating you well. Everybody is giving value to you. You will be able to do wonders. You will be able to be a millionaire, crorepati, and you will be able to lead a healthy, beautiful, joyful, long life. Believe in that, and things will definitely happen. As Mahatma Gandhi ji has told, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it. Even if I may not have it at the beginning. Yes, we may not have it at our birth. We may not have it now, but definitely if you believe, focus towards it, you will be definitely able to reach it before the end, right? So before I say thank you, before starting with the questions, if you have any questions, we'll have a discussion now. I had few videos to be played. So I request Dr. Gopinath, if you can
Yes, ma'am.
kindly play it on my behalf.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I'll stop sharing.
I'm taking
So
note
that's
of
all for
the
today. Thank you so much for listening. And just watch these two videos which I wanted with you. And then with that, we will go into the question answer session. Sir, can you play that 7 years old?
Yes, ma'am. Is it
You
audible?
only live 7 years. If you are lucky. Yep, that is right. This is proven by studies. Just think about it. The average life expectancy is 75 years. The average person sleeps 8 hours a night. That is 121 days of your year, which means 25 years of your life. So you remain with 50 years of life. The average person spends 4 hours a day looking at his cell phone, TV, or computer. This means 12 years of your life, so you remain with 38 years of living. You will spend in school and at work a total of 14 years of your life. This means you remain with 24 years. You'll be in the process of eating, drinking, and preparing food for 6 years of your life. So you remain with 18 years. You spend on your really early childhood traveling from one place to another, driving, doing household activities, shopping, doing bathroom activities, cleaning and grooming about 11 years of your life. You remain with 7 years. So this is your whole life. 7 years. Knowing all of these things, why would anybody spend even 1 second of their life not being happy? You only live 7 years. But in those years, do we really live? Do we truly live those years? Why are we living the same year 90 times and call it a life? Why are we living a dead life when we can live a full life? Why are we living like robots when we are capable of extraordinary things? Why are we judging each other when we can love and accept each other? Why are we keeping so much hate, anxiety, sadness, and fear inside of us? Why don't we dance, sing, travel, run, love, and laugh freely? Why don't we lose all those social boundaries and limitations and express ourselves truly and completely? Why are we so stressed out when we could bring out all of the happiness that lays inside of us? If we already have a mind, why don't we think big, positive? Why aren't we more compassionate, more loving and caring? Why can't we just be happy? Only 7 years, and you probably don't have them all anymore. I will ask you again, do you truly live those years? When was the last time when you savored and feel all the different flavors in every last bit of food? Or the last time when you've been grateful for a fresh breath of air? Or the last time you've cried tears of joy? Or the last time when you are astonished by the world around you, some birds singing, the wind in your face, the smell of the flowers? Or you feel the skin of your beloved one? Or you've seen a sunset completely absorbed? Why are you living if you're not at peace, or happy, or enthusiastic? If you don't sing, if you don't dance, if you don't express yourself in your unique way, if you're not happy, just remember, 7 years. Much love and peace, brothers and sisters.
Ma'am, you are muted, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Gopinath sir. Thank you for sharing. This is the
Yes, sir.
video that I normally start the session with. Just say that we all live only for 7 years. If we cut down all those additional factors as shown in the video. So let us all try to sing, dance, and keep ourselves happy for these 7 years at least. Okay. Sir, can you play that 100 years now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this video is about a lady, a Tao. She lived till 102 years. Actually, when the video was taken, she was 99 and about to be 100. So this I quote just to say, age is just numbers. And if you are really passionate and if you are really interested to be happy, you can definitely keep yourself happy in a positive way, in a healthy way. Video, please. Yes. So as academicians, let us all try to motivate ourselves to be very positive, energetic. Let us all be a self-motivator, and in turn, we motivate our students to be wonderful citizens of India. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for the opportunity as well.
Thank you, ma'am. During this pandemic, this session refreshed our minds, ma'am. From today onwards, we will practice these 10 steps for happy living. The presentation field restored our minds. The explanation on happy living was wonderful, ma'am. After the presentation, we are very clear the happiness is from us and not from others. It was only on our hands. From this session, we can take out of that those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. So in this accord, on behalf of management, principal, dean, HOD, and coordinator of this program, I thank Dr. V. Sai Kumari ma'am for accepting our invitation and giving me as a wonderful lecture. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thanks to all the participants who have given wonderful comments. I missed out that. I read all your chat box. Thank you so much for the wonderful messages.
Thank you.